Hello everyone, the 316 here with another Mcfarlane Toys Gold Label Target exclusive DC Multiverse figure review. This time, I have the recently released Red Tornado figure. Retails for $19.99. I was able to get mine via order pickup from Target. Surprised I was able to find it in store. My Target's not very good with releases, so glad I was able to snag him. He was the last one left, apparently. I didn't see any on shelves when I went in. Start off with the accessories. He comes with this a very excellent art card. I love this image. And on the back, there's some read up on the particular character. All you really need to know is that he's a android possessed by a wind elemental, and that's the base understanding of the particular character. All right, he comes with two different sets of hands. He's got some open hands on the figure, as you can see, and he's got two fisted hands. People were asking if you can use these hands on the Target exclusive Flashpoint Flash. I was trying to do that, but it looked like the plastic peg was starting to get stressed, and I swapped to my dead man, and I broke my dead man hand. It's you're not going to be able to see it, but his hand is basically stuck in this pose now. So do that at your own risk. Use a heat gun or a hair dryer. Hair dryer is probably better, so you don't damage your figure. But last two accessories Red Tornado comes with here is his DC Multiverse stand. We've seen this a ton of times, and this Red Tornado piece. Now, this is a reuse like most of what's on this figure, but I really am glad that they were able to find another use for this particular mold, and it works for Red Tornado, although Red Tornado is more so known for having the tornado up to his, his hips here, his waist. And you can put the Mcfarlane stand in here and have him stand on the stand on the stand. So let's get into the figure proper. Let me readjust his arms here. And here's Red Tornado. He looks great. He is mostly a reuse of the Alan Scott Green Lantern Red Lantern mold. The only new things here, as far as I know, are the forearms, the hands, the head, and these boot cuff pieces. Otherwise, it's a complete reuse. And because of that, he's not completely accurate to this DC Classics look that they're going for, but I don't think that that's a bad thing. I think that this was a very excellent reuse, and they did an excellent job on this particular figure. Now, I am a little annoyed with the cape color here. It might be hard to see, but this is molded in blue, and then there's just this very thin one, maybe two layers of red paint on the side here, which do not match the red up here, which looks a lot better. It just looks bad. It looks gross. This side's not nearly as bad, but it's just this side they messed up. This side looks okay on the red trim on the cape. They didn't have to put the red trim on the cape, but I appreciate that they did. The red colors here, beyond the knees and the elbows, they all match pretty well, I would say. Even the rubber pieces next to the harder plastic pieces. Like, this looks a little bit more rich than up here and here, but that's because it also has a different sheen. So the T logo here doesn't really match up with the stripe down here. You can kind of get it in place, but now he's leaning to one side no matter how I pose this guy. So I just try to keep it as even as possible, which is about right here. And yeah, it's in an angle, and while I don't have OCD, it does bug me. The cape here is, glued into the back, of course. I kind of wish they didn't do that, at least on some figures. I think on Red Tornado it's fine, but, I'd really like to have him be able to have his cape, like, up in the air, like he's spinning with his cyclone there, or rather, tornado. Same thing, different meaning, but the golds look nice on this figure. The reds look nice on this figure. One thing, though, is that my particular figure's bottom leg over here curves inward. This side's not bad, but this side is really bad. I might take a hair dryer and try to fix that, but whatever. Articulation, same as the Alan Scott Green Lantern, which I still don't have. I'd like to get that at some point. All the joints feel nice and not tight or not too loose. All pretty good. That feels good. That might be a little loose, but let's see how... You don't really get a lot with the false butterfly joint, at least on this side. This side's a little bit better, but not by much. And who knew that this guy was the Avatar? You know, he's got the arrow on his head. I do want to point out that this head sculpt, I really do feel could be reused for Lex Luthor. Like, you could repaint this, and I could totally see them using this as a Lex Luthor. Will they do that? Probably not. But I could see it happening. If someone wants to do a custom Lex Luthor with a red tornado head, I'd really like to see that. You can put him in the tornado piece. There is a little peg, and I prefer to put his right leg in there just because his other leg's already bent out of shape. Getting him in there is not the biggest, or rather the easiest thing to do. And I do have to crack the knees so that he stands up straight while in the tornado effect piece, but that's a great display right there. You know, with the closed fists or the open hands, they look great. Quickly, I'm going to go over the box. Says Red Tornado, gold label. Says his name on the side. DC Classics says his name on that side. There's the logo there. And if you're looking for this figure, here is the barcode. That'll help someone, I hope. And let's go ahead and, without this Cyclone Tornado piece, let's see how tall he is. So, Red Tornado here. We'll put his arms back down for just right now. Let's make sure I can get him to stand up properly. There we go. Red Tornado stands at... he's like 7.5 inches, give or take. On camera, he looks a bit shorter, but in person, he's about 7.5, 7.25, somewhere in that range. All right, let's see how he looks next to some other DC Multiverse figures, starting with some Target exclusives. We have the Flashpoint Flash. We have the Dead Man. And, you know, right off the bat, I mean, we get a lot of Target exclusives that are red. But, you know, there you go. There's some Target exclusive figures. And here's a sneak peek in an upcoming review. We have the Target exclusive with Topo, Aquaman. That looks pretty cool on camera. All right, get him out of here. And we'll get these two out of here. Oop, sorry, Red Tornado. Fix that real quick. Whoop. Yeah, he stands just fine. I don't know. Let's see how Red Tornado looks next to some other figures from other lines. But let's go back to McFarlane DC Multiverse and start with the Nightfall Batman, who, give or take, is a little bit taller than Red Tornado, but I'm going to store him with his tornado piece. So, and you know what? Let's get one more member of the Justice League in here. Here is the Platinum Superman, #1. All right. Keep going with the 7-inch lines. We have the Jazzwares Spartan Yoroi. AEW Unrivaled, another Target exclusive. Samoa Joe. I almost said the next figure, which was the Mattel Elite 100 John Cena. Let's fix that real quick so that they're looking forward a bit more. That's better. Next up, another red figure. We have the Hasbro Marvel Legends. Friendly Neighborhood, or Tobey Maguire, Spider-Man. We have the Power Rangers Lightning Collection Dino Thunder Black. And finally, the G.I. Joe Classified Tiger Force Outback. I still need to get a Star Wars action figure. I just can't find one that I really want to get, you know, for you know, these size comparisons. But this gives you an idea of how Red Tornado looks next to some Justice League members, as well as some other action figures as well. Red Tornado, it's a great figure. I think the reuse here is very justified and very smart. I do wish he didn't have the belt buckle on his belt, but otherwise, I love this figure. And if you see him at Target, $20, absolutely worth the price. I have no complaints other than what I just said. Anyway, leave a comment down below what you think of this figure and what other figures you'd like to see me review. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell. It all helps the channel out. And as always, peace.